Welcome horror lovers, shonen warriors, and dessert daredevils. Today, we are diving into a buffet of suffering, where existential horror meets demon-slaying madness. On the menu, we have Ice Cream Man, a sundae of sorrow that'll rot your soul. Exquisite corpses, a murderous feast of the ultra-wealthy. Jujutsu Kaisen, cursed energy punches to the face, and Demon Slayer, because sometimes family drama comes with swords and demons. So grab your spoons, sharpen your blades, and let's see which flavor of chaos tastes best. So today I've split it into two categories. We have comics versus shonen manga. So we're starting with the comics, and we have Ice Cream Man, Sunday Edition Volume 1, Rainbow Sprinkles. The author is W. Maxwell Prince, art by Martin Marazzo and Chris O'Halloran. What if the Twilight Zone, Black Mirror, and a deranged Mr. Softy ice cream truck had a baby, and that baby sold cursed ice cream? Ice Cream Man serves up an existential buffet of misery disguised as dessert. Each scoop is a standalone horror short story, blending grief, addiction, cosmic dread, and absurd humor with the deceptively cheerful iconography of ice cream. The titular Ice Cream Man drifts through the vignettes like a pastel demon, sometimes helping, sometimes haunting, always watching. The crisp line work and sherbet tones create a queasy contrast between sugar-sweet visuals and soul-crushing despair. It's unsettling, philosophical, and weirdly tender. A comic that manages to make nihilism taste like
Neapolitan, for example.
Some stories were great and some were meh. So it was a bit of a mixed flavor. I will not be continuing the series despite having a late arrival of a new character on the last page. I don't care how cool Mr. Stetson looks and how intrigued I am by who they are. Overall, it just wasn't gripping enough for me to want to invest any more time in the series. The next comic I picked up was Exquisite Corpses by James Tynion IV and Michael Walsh. Every 5 years on Halloween, America's richest families unleash 12 elite killers into a random town for fun. This year, Sleepy Oak Valley, Maine becomes the arena, and its residents have one goal: survive the night as the hunters turn their streets into a massacre playground. This graphic novel balances pulp carnage with social bite. Beneath the blood spray lies commentary on voyeurism, class warfare, and the numbed morality of a country that monetizes murder. The pacing is fast, character beats brief but effective, and the dialogue is sharp with paranoia. It is brutal, clever, and impossible to look away from. The illustration style was bold, cinematic horror realism, filtered through a grindhouse meets high art aesthetic. It was thick, angular line work with muted yet high contrast palette. So you have colors that swing between washed out browns and dusk tones for realism, and then acid reds, teals, and sickly yellows for horror sequences. The gore is theatrical but not cartoonish. It hits that too real to laugh discomfort zone. The art carries both visceral shock and socio-political commentary. Every splash of red doubles as class critique. This was a hard book to put down. It gets you caught up in the energy and the action. Naturally too, there are good guy, bad killers, and bad guy, bad killers. So you get this little profile of each of them, which almost felt like a choose your own character player in a game. And obviously I want to see the good guy assassins annihilate the bad guy assassins. In the first installment, we only got an introduction to some of the assassins, so not all of them have yet to make their entrance, and I really want to see the fox mask sword lady because she looks hella hot, bro. Massive lady boner for her. And I don't know, is she going to be a good bad guy or a bad guy? But I enjoyed this and I would read more installments of this series. And now we're on to the shonen manga. So we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1 by Gege Akutami. High school sucks. Your grandpa dies. Then you swallow a crusty finger, meet an ancient demon, and suddenly your club activities involve punching evil spirits.
If you're an evil witch, I will punch you for fun.
And arguing about cursed energy. So in Jujutsu Kaisen, Jujutsu Kaisen is a perfect cocktail of hyperkinetic fight scenes, cursed horror, and teenage angst. Yuji Itadori, our main guy, starts as your classic good kid with weird luck who is super strong and also very much into Jennifer Lawrence, when one day he quickly becomes the reluctant hero in a world where curses manifest from human negativity. Akutami balances absurd, intense battles with dark humor and some surprisingly touching moments about friendship, responsibility, and mortality. The art is fluid and expressive, especially the fight scenes, with curses that are simultaneously grotesque and imaginative. It's fast, fun, and occasionally really gross. I enjoyed it. However, a very good doggy dies in a fight. Was not prepared for that whatsoever, and it was a violent, horrible death, and I wish I could scrub that image out of my brain. I also found the storytelling really choppy and hard to understand. It didn't have a good narrative flow. And also the grandpa's death, which seems to be a very pivotal experience for Yuji, felt empty and emotionless. It didn't carry any weight to it. The way it happened was so rapid and quick without any time to process and without us being able to form any sort of attachment to the character. Yuji is fantastic. I absolutely love his chaotic energy, and he's very much giving golden retriever vibes. There's also a black cat girl in the gang who is grumpy AF and crazy, so also enjoy her. I don't know if I'm going to continue on. I might try one more, but for me the factor that is lessening my enjoyment value is the way the story is written in there. I just, as I said, didn't find it to be very fluent and sensical to me. The last book I read is Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Volume 1 by Koyuharu Gutugi. Family barbecue ruined. Everyone dead. Sister's now a demon. Time to learn sword skills, punch monsters, and hope she doesn't snack on civilians. In Demon Slayer Volume 1, it is an illustrated mix of tragedy, heart, and epic sword-swinging action. Tanjiro Kamado starts as a kind-hearted, coal-selling boy whose life explodes into tragedy overnight. His entire family is slaughtered, and his sister turned. The stakes are high, the demons are scary and varied, and the pacing keeps you flipping pages faster than a Nichiren blade swing. The art balances expressive character moments with cinematic fight scenes, and Nezuko's demon transformation adds a unique twist to the usual family revenge story. The emotional beats hit hard, and the world building feels rich even in the first volume. It's heartbreaking, thrilling, and oddly heartwarming. I was incredibly intrigued with the demon sister who refuses to eat people angle, but she was hardly in this, guys. She was barely in it. We mostly get her brother's Demon Slayer training montages. I also found it was lacking in humor for me, and I really do prefer to have humor in my action-packed mangas. So once again, I'm not sure about this. If you have read both Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen and you think I would enjoy them, keeping in mind that Frieren is my favorite all-time manga, let me know. But like I said, I do prefer more emotionally resonant, humorous, easy to read stories. But yeah, do let me know, because I'm on the fence about continuing both. So to sum up all the books that I read for this reading vlog, I'm going to assign each of them an ice cream flavor. We have the Ice Cream Man Sunday Edition Volume 1. This is rocky road of existential despair. The notes are chocolate misery, bittersweet chunks of grief, sprinkles of absurd horror. One bite and your soul melts. And then we have Exquisite Corpses by James Tinian IV and Michael Walsh. This is black cherry blood gelato. The notes are rich, dark, and decadent, but deadly. It's sweet on the tongue, lethal on the teeth, for thrill seekers only. We then have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1 by Gege Akutami. This is cotton candy cursed energy. It's sweet and fluffy at first glance, but packed with shocking hints of bitter, twisted curses. The soft exterior with a chaotic core, like Yuji's school life before he swallows a cursed finger. I wonder what else that boy likes to put in his mouth. We then have Demon Slayer Volume 1 by Koyuharu Gotugi. This is smoky matcha with sweet red bean swirl. It's dark, bittersweet, but with pockets of tender sweetness, like Tanjiro's kindness and Izuku's warmth. Whether your team existential despair, high-stakes blood sport, or cursed fists and flaming swords, there's something here to melt even the hardest heart, or at least make it scream a little. So tell me down below, what's your favorite flavor of horror and chaos? If you don't know what to comment, give me an ice cream emoji, and don't let the ice cream man catch you, or the demons. So today's perfume is Pavlova Casanova by the Raconteur. The notes are passion fruit, lime, orris, cream, vetiver, musk, sandalwood, and meringue. Pavlova Casanova plays with dualities. It is fresh and creamy, tart and powdery, frivolous and composed. It's a little naughty and a lot of fun. As airy as dessert and as smooth as its namesake. This smells like running barefoot after an ice cream truck in summer and licking melted lemon gelato from sticky fingers. The book that I am pairing with this is Wildflowers by Peggy Frew. So this is a novel about three sisters and their unraveling across time. Melbourne summers, bad decisions, tangled love, and sensory writing so vivid you'll smell the dust and perfume. That is everything for this reading vlog. Until next time, stay wild, brave souls.
I have some ice cream. I have some ice cream. I have some ice cream. And I'm gonna eat it all. I'm gonna eat it all.